Today we're in the business of making paddles. So in order to create a paddle that I like and that I would wear, it's a little different than the normal paddle. I'm going to go ahead and run through the process of cutting this down, which I already have a strip of. I like to start off with about a 4-inch wide strip, and we're going to get 4 paddles out of this 24-inch 2-foot by 4-inch strip that I just cut down. We're going to nominally mark these at 6 inches intervals, and then I will show you the machine that we made. It's a cavity core. It's another cavity core for thermosetting. I mean, that's all everything is. Even when you're pressing something, even when you're backing something, you have a prop or a mold or whatever the heck you want to call it, drone, which I love that word, but whatever. Whatever you put in there, that is your core. And everything, even if it is vacuum, the air and the plastic or the membrane, that is the cavity in action. So it's still a cavity core, no matter how you look at it. When you're thermosetting, that's how you get that. Many other processes take this into consideration. So we're going to cut this down, and we're just going to, it's different than making our belt clips. Our belt clips are a little more precise, made in more than one step. These are all molded and folded in one step. So it's a pretty cool little process. I'll go ahead and get these cut up, and then I'll show you that process right now. We have our paddle material. So it's going to be a 4x6 is what we're going to start off with. And that is what we're going to go ahead and mold into these paddles. But this is the stock, and this is 1/8-inch stock. So 0.125 is more than likely the thickness that you're going to want to go with. I don't like any thinner than that. I think the 3/32, aka 090, 093, that is too thin. And yeah, you'll have all kinds of nice problems from that. So the mounting is unbelievably important, because we don't want, some of the paddle problems. There's notorious paddle problems out there of ripping paddles off, taking paddles off. I don't even need any comments about whether you like a paddle holster or not, because everybody has their own opinion. So I don't even want to talk about the upside downside of the paddle holster. This is just how I make a paddle holster internally. My own paddle. Whether we like paddle holsters or not, let's keep that out of it. But I turned my mic off. This is going to be muffled. But anyway, it's probably better that I'm muffled right now. I don't know. This is the paddle maker. Little flip design here with a core. So this is what we're going to take our 4x6, heat up, place in here inside of our core, and fold left to right. You can create yours any other way. This is the little system we came up with years and years ago. I think there might be a date. It looks as though it's over 12 years old. So I've been doing this design longer than that. So anyway, this was the first method we made to do it. I actually still have the wheel, the iron wheel back here that I used to mold the internals of this. And then my nephew, who's a genius, assembled many things for me after design, and has design. So yeah. Still got this thing, man. It's an oldie but a goodie. Only thing I've had to do is replace screws if they wiggle out. I think I retapped the sides and put some bigger bolts, just little updates here and there. But for 12 years of working on one, little machine, that's not bad. Um, the 125, depending on how you're heating, I like to heat metal on metal. Um, Whether it be a piece of steel or aluminum, but the there's no mistaking heating and getting this to the correct temperature, um, and there can't be. You can't. You need to achieve the proper temperature through and through. I'm not going to go down deep into the excited particle crap, but anyway, excited molecules make for better setting. You get them partying and then you calm them down. It looks like it's getting there. Don't worry, we'll edit this out. I got Joe Biden voice still. Man, I don't even know if am I even connected? I hope so. Whenever I forget my mic, it's awful. And trying to remember this to be motivated. I don't see how people are motivated to do any of this stuff. I can't believe people. I mean, blows my mind how people create content with absolutely nothing. I mean, I'm impressed because I watch it. So, I mean, it's an art form in itself. But even going down the rabbit hole to try to figure out new programs, I mean, I haven't messed with a computer in a long time. I think we're almost there. It's pretty flimsy. So even you can see the time delay. Time delay. You can see how much time it took uh, from the initial placement into heating and how long it's going to take and what I like. Um, I'm going to mode this thing. I hope you got all that. Oh, I am great for camera angles. So that is essentially how I make a paddle. I know it looked real clear cut. I didn't see, I probably blocked most of it, but placing it in my apparatus, aka fixture, cavity core, hinged, um, and it's got a little revolver I made, and it actually imprints into it. So you can do little designs in your stuff too. Uh, this little round I did revolvers. I think I might change it around and put something else in it. So, but yeah, put your own little marks in it. Kind of neat. This one right here, you can always cool it off. Um, Drill holes in all your material, and obviously air or water pass through. You can always do the water pump and hook you up a little valve system so you have a little coolant running through there. I've extracted a lot of fans out of computers and different electronic devices to bolt on just so it hits the fins and it does cool your fixture off quicker. Um, this is the slow way to do it, to let it sit. So shoot a video to show how I do it. To say, hey, yeah, we do. I mean, our favorite G Code are one of my favorite paddles ever made. And obviously, you can't forget about Blade Tech and Blackhawk and Safariland. So there are, these great companies that make beautiful attachments, and I still use those because I mean but I still make my own too, and that way everybody likes their own. Um, and it depends on what you're carrying, how you're carrying, and what your type is. You know what I mean? It goes by everything. So I keep saying, you know what I mean. What? Who am I talking to? You know what I mean. So that is, I still like my paddles. Um, Once I take it out and shape it, I've got my absolute favorite paddle in the world, which is made, it's range 5 G code. That is, I don't know. That's my favorite paddle. So, but I'm going to show you my paddle, and it's a little bit lower profile. And it can be even a smaller profile. We can make, obviously, there's small, medium, and large, and XL, and extra small, and 2X. I'll pop this out of here. Well, why this camera's still swinging? I went ahead and popped the paddle out, and that's what our paddle looks like. See my little revolver in it? So there is obviously the curve, and this is the roughed out version, obviously. Obviously. Um, oh, my secret markers. Oh no, that shows me some things about what I need to be doing and how off center I probably am. Definitely shows me how off center I am, especially when you have a center point and you're still off center. So, whatever. This one won't be 4 inches wide. This one looks like it's going to be about 3.5. So, but you can make them up. 4 inches wide is the large. Um, and this paddle is it's a little more scaled down to where it doesn't look like your traditional paddle that goes farther down. It gives you what sits up and gives you pressure of a normal paddle, because that bottom part doesn't really give you pressure except for digging into you a little bit, and instead rounds over so there's not a hard spot there, and catches at the same belt line level. So when you put it on, all you're going to put it on the same way as a paddle. It's going to be probably a little bit more secure in the fact that it rotates on and off, because of how I cut it. Uh, but you're just not going to notice that extra material dipping down below. And instead of ending the material where it hits your body, this curls away from your body a little bit and grabs the underside of your inseam in your belt to securely hold the holster on your body that holds your gun. So that right there, just that curve away, and just to give it that bevel, and it's almost like a comfort fit ring. It's like a comfort fit holster. The way it gives, this is what sits up against your body, and it kind of curves away from your body right here, and that's what gives you, you don't feel that pressure. You don't want to feel that up against you. So that's why I like to go ahead. Even though they look like a dramatically sharp curve in, you can see everything is beveled. So anything that sits up against your body here is going to be beveled. And that's one reason I really do like, I like making my own paddles fresh, is because I can, I can make it a little more comfortable by beveling all of this away. So I like it. I'll shape it and show you the final product here in a minute. So what we are ending up with, I went ahead and shaped, drilled my holes, skipped over a whole bunch of processes that I didn't record, and probably nobody wants to see anyway. I mean, if anybody wants to see me actually making it, then I will try to set up more stuff to do that. But this is my paddle. and I like it very much. Very comfortable. Obviously, I think you can see the a proper curvature um, that I settled on years ago. Whatever the diameter is up to you. It's actually an industry standard. So, um, and then obviously it flattens out to attach flush mount to a holster. Grabs dog-eared on the end, so it just rolls right off. I like it. It works very well on a SharkTac holster. Get the view there. On a SharkTac holster, it works great. I don't know if I put it on another holster. I try to refrain from touching others' holsters. I do not touch other people's stuff. Not their holsters. I don't mess with their knife sheaths either. Attachments, if you make attachments though, I use all kinds of attachments and a lot of times use my own. So I have the belt clip video that I need to get on, and our original belt clips that we've been making for some time now we can put up. But this is the final of the paddle, which I like to keep showing because I just like the way that looks. I like that. I like the revolver in it. I'll make a little run with revolvers in it, and then I'll have to change up the design. We'll put something else in there. Who knows what it'll be? Okay. Wonder how the audio was.